Once I reviewed the queue in the administrative side and I approved a queue, it comes back to you again, and it basically is letting you know now that we are at that stage where you can begin to upload WAV files and insert metadata, and we're going to talk a little about how that works. Now, in case you have not logged out of the software, if you leave it on, you won't see that this queue came back unless you go in and reload your browser, okay? Because it needs to reload in order to update the information that's in the portal. So just reload your browser. It's F5, or reload, clear your cache, redo your password, and it will take you back, and now you can go back to My Music. Now, you'll notice something different here. Notice that that's red. These are blue, okay? But that one is red. That means that there is something there that you need to do. Okay, so anytime you see red, that means you need to do this. When we originally made that queue and accepted, but edit is required, it would have been a line here that says accepted, edit required, resubmit, and there would be red details there. So you could click on it and make your edit. But anytime you see red, okay, now a lot of people like to go to all and just see what's going on, but you won't see the red there, okay? You just see that it's accepted, metadata required, okay, and the demo op, so on and so forth. There's happy add right there. But if I click on the red in the details for that particular queue, I see there's happy add, and there are some details. So I click on the details, and here's where we are. We're accepted, and metadata is required. I look down through here. It's an active pitch, advertising, Studio 51, advertising category, subcategory is happy, okay. All of the information you've always seen. The only difference now is it says accepted, metadata required. Now, had I looked at this prior, you know, had I not gone ahead and changed the status from metadata, edit required, you would have seen that comment. Your volume's all over the place, right here. So you would have known exactly what you have to do, okay? But you would see that in My Music, and there wouldn't be this bar here that says edit metadata, music metadata. Okay, but we have this queue approved now. So now what you're going to do is you're going to say enter music metadata. It brings you to this screen. It shows you first title happy add, music ID is 4075, music type is a queue, the MP3 file name is migrate queue, opportunity demo op, accepted, metadata required. It gives you the status up until now. So I put in here happy steel drum, slight world flavor, or maybe Caribbean. And there's my description. Now I want you to notice something. It's already got my name here. It wants to know the BPMs. Well, let's start with the tempo. Yeah, this one's kind of... This is kind of an up-tempo, fast tempo. Let's say that the BPM was 120. Just, although it's not, let's just say that it is. Okay, it was done in the key of A. Or let's do it this way. It's done in the key of B flat major. Okay, my options here are just major or minor. My work for hire selection here, I actually am not exactly sure what the style of source is. So, oh, I know what it is. Okay, the style of source. This is a hidden field. If you're interested in the style of source, you can contact me directly and I will explain it. We will not go through that on a public video. But this is a shared publishing and licensing only queue, or it's music available for either. Okay, it doesn't matter, work for hire only, shared publishing and licensing only. Let's just say it's available for either. This goes into the metadata. Now, I can save this information now. Okay, I do have to put it styled, so I'm gonna put in style of travel channel. Okay, that's not what I would put, but I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. And then I go ahead and hit save. General information was saved. Notice that there's a little green check mark right there. It means that this area I don't need to complete. I don't need to complete anything on this area. Okay? Now I can hide that. Now I know that this one is done, but I've got other things that I have to go to now to finish up what I'm doing. So let's go to the keywords. And I say this is festive. Maybe it's fun. I'm looking around to see what my options are. It's celebratory. And if we look and we run through these things, we can see just exactly what we might want to put as far as keywords are concerned. Let's just say it's a little mischievous. Well, let's not. Keep these words appropriate. Okay, it is a little wistful. Keep these words appropriate. Don't go throwing words in there that don't belong, because as soon as you do, you're going to have an editor out there that's going to start looking and say, okay, you know, I can accept one time if somebody makes a mistake and puts in a wrong keyword. They start seeing the wrong keyword coming out of you over and over and over again, and you're dead there. Okay, so you don't want to be putting in keywords that really don't work. Okay. So we run through these keywords and we look through. This is rhythmic. Okay. As you can see, if you're reading this right now, or if you pause this right now, you can look at this whole list. Okay, it's carefree. So let's just say that this is pretty much, and it's uplifting. Let's just say that that's pretty much what we've decided this is. And all you have to do then is your keywords are entered. And let's see, I might want to look and say, well, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 keywords. This is going to maximize at 10, okay, or at 12. You've got to have 5, but you can't have more than 12. See where it says it up here? Select keywords. Between 5 and 12. I save this. And as you can see, my little green arrow comes back. So now I've got two of the parts of my stuff done. What's nice here is you can't make a typo. Okay, but I want to select additional subcategories. Okay, I may select two. That's all I can select. So I've got happy. If you'll remember, I've got advertising and happy. So now I want to look at some additional subcategories, and right there is the first one. It's obvious to me. It's Caribbean. Okay, and then I can look through here. You can see this by pausing on this page. You can see all of the different things that are going to be in here. There's just a number, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time here, so I'm just going to select something very quickly. I'll go to acoustic. Okay, I can select acoustic, but what happens if oh, here's ethnic. Okay, now what have I done? I've selected 3. What does it say up here? It says 2. Watch what happens. You may only select 2 additional subcategories. Okay, I got to go remove one, so I'll remove acoustic. I've got Caribbean and ethnic. So I hit save. The categories were saved, and now you'll see that I have 3 arrows. Okay, writer and co-writer information. Oops. Okay, let's say that I didn't write this whole thing. Let's say I had a co-writer on it. So I do 50%. And then I select my co-writer. And let's say my co-writer is Marlon Fowler. Notice that it's got Marlon Fowler and it's got his CAE IPI number. Now I have to put in his percentage, 50. But let's say I goof up and I put 45 and I try and save it. It says total percentage 95, must be 100. Okay, then I realize, oh, I made a mistake here. So I go and put in 50. I save it. That information was successfully saved, and there's my little green arrow. Select stems and featured instruments. Okay, we're going to start with the full version. And what I want to do is select the featured instruments for the full version. So we'll say that let's see, did we have any bells? Okay, maybe we had a shaker in there, and we had no bowed strings, we had no brass. Okay, but we did have maybe we had bongos in there. Okay, and then we look down and we see, okay, did we have any special effects? Okay, these are flybys, flames, explosions, drums. These are going to be more like in promos and in trailers. Okay, but maybe because this was a Caribbean, maybe it had a male yell in there somewhere. It might have just worked real well. Okay, so I put it in there. Okay, keyboards. I didn't have any keyboards in there. Mallets. Okay, I didn't have. Well, let's say for instance, if that were a vibraphone or a xylophone or steel pans. Okay, right here, steel pans, steel drums. Okay. Miscellaneous. Did I have any electronics or glass harmonica, glass harp, Nickelodeon, music box? Okay. Just in case I stuck something in there, let's just say I stuck in a little electronics just to back it up a little bit. Now that wouldn't be proper. Let's say maybe I had a little music box effect in it. And percussion, I had a bongo. Okay, now that's kind of redundant, so why would I do that? I already said bongos up here. Okay, no saxophones, no strings, no vocals, no wind. Okay, but I could have had something like a bamboo flute or a bladder or a penny whistle or something like that. If it were ethnic and Irish, maybe I had a penny whistle in it. Okay, and here's your standard woodwinds, and that's it. That stem is done. Save and upload stem. Oh, I had too many instruments. See, I didn't read. It said, it didn't say, okay. Featured instruments wants to be 5. So I have too many featured instruments. So let's say I really didn't have a steel box, music box. I had it, but it was not important. It was just not exactly something that I had to have in there. Okay, save and upload stem. Ah, I've still got 4. So I've got to go back and look. And I decide, well, there's only one male yell in there, just like a little bridge spot. Okay, so I pull it back, save and upload stems, and now it says that that's done on that one. Now what I want to do is I want to upload my full version. So I do my browse, and I come and I say, okay, here's my test full. Open it. Upload stem and data. And you'll see the percentage going there. It's now uploading. As long as that's clicking, you're uploading. Now, if I have an underscore, and I haven't changed my featured instruments, but I have, okay, because it's an underscore. By the very nature of it, I pulled out the steel drums, okay. So I almost forgot what it was I had in there. I think I had bongos, and we'll just say bongos, and well, let's say the only thing I left in there was bongos and steel drums, just for the sake of getting this done. Okay. And where did they go? Mallets, steel drums. The only thing left in there was a bongo and the steel drums. Okay, that's not exactly an underscore, but you know, let's save and upload the stem. Browse, and we'll just say that this is the version of that song that is the underscore. Upload stem and data. Now it started. The other one's 100% uploaded now. This one's uploading as we go. Okay. Now because we selected advertising, we have these mandatory stems. Then even this underscore was optional, but rhythm was optional, optional. The alternate is optional. So what we'll do is we'll just go with mandatory. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in my 30-second edit. I'm going to save and upload the stems. Oh, 1 to 3 featured instruments. So I go in and I say, okay, in my 30-second edit, I select my featured instruments, and I'm just going to say I have my my bongos, and just for the sake of doing this in a hurry, we'll go with the steel drums. Save and upload stem. Browse. There's my 30-second one called Test 30. Open. Upload stem and data. You'll see the other two are already uploaded now. Now I've got another one that's my 15-second edit. I select my featured instruments. My featured instruments are bongos again and steel drums. Okay. Save and upload stem. Browse. I'm looking for my 15-second edit. There it is. That's my working title, Test 15. I think it's very important that you understand something here. Upload stem. There it goes. It's uploading now. And now I've got one last thing. I've got a stinger I got to get in here. Featured instrument. Let's say in the stinger, the only featured instrument I got is the steel drum. It's just a stinger. Okay, it's to sting out. Okay, so I've got my steel drum, and I go browse again, and I see there's my stinger. Test my work title, stg.wav. Okay, open, upload stem and data. Please provide a duration and the format. Okay, so I missed that. So here's the duration, and I'm saying, okay, this is 6 seconds. And now I upload stem and data. It's uploading. You can see the percentages going right there. And when that finishes, I can click this button down here that says check my metadata. Now this is a okay, I'm not sure on check my metadata. I thought I would get a report, but apparently not. Okay. You'll notice now that when I close this, I've uploaded the metadata and stems, and the green arrows there, I'm complete. Now I've got to put in my Schedule A, and unfortunately I wasn't smart enough to prepare one of those in advance, so what I'll do is I'll just go in and take a look somewhere where I think there's a PDF file. There's a PDF file right there. Okay, I upload Schedule A. Okay, that PDF file's in. I hide it, and I'm done. Now, had I had someone working on this project that was not a signed composer with Studio 51 and an actual co-writer of this piece, I would have to update a work for hire. And let's just say that this is the work for hire. I would have to upload a work for hire agreement showing that that particular composer has no claim to this piece of music. Now our clients are going to want these I want the Schedule A's because I sign one over to the clients. And the clients are going to want the work for hire agreement so that they're protected legally. Upload work for hire. You'll see the scroll bar going there. And once that's done, looks like I selected one that I shouldn't have selected, and it's going to take forever. So we'll just assume that it's done. And again, if we hide it, it says everything is complete. Now I can check my metadata. I think this is where I check my metadata. And it does. It says accepted, metadata complete. And that's all about how you do the metadata and upload your stems.